Hi guys, today's a video about commanding your SP. So creating a certain outcome, having your SP basically conform to what you want. If you really want them to take you on a date, say a specific thing to you, do a certain action that benefits them and your relationship, this is how you can do it. This is kind of an updated version and a follow-on from a previous video. I think the title is probably commanding your SP, something like that, but I have had a previous video within my range of SP videos specifically about this topic, and this was a request as well from somebody to do a follow-up from one of my viewers to do a follow-up video for this topic. So I hope this is going to be really useful and beneficial to you guys. If you enjoy this, then please do thumbs up and turn on the notification bell and subscribe to my channel because, well, subscribe and then turn on notification bell. You can stay up to date with everything. You can also get coaching with me. So if you want one-on-one help regarding your SP, for example, I offer email or Instagram DM coaching, so you can do it through social media or through the typical, email route. So all the information is going to be fully linked on my Instagram, which is in the description box. You can click through in the link, LOA coaching, that's my coaching page. So you can check out everything there if you're interested. And now let's get into the video. You guys and us in our individual realities, but I'm saying you guys to the viewers, you are in full control of your 3D reality and all the relationships you have, which are in your physical reality. So it might seem that, maybe the 3D just kind of plays out as it does, but it's all connected to your beliefs and assumptions. That is what is going to be reflected out to you. So whether you're just changing it to positive, or for the old story you had suddenly, without realizing, changed into negative beliefs, one way or another, it's going to be reflected back to you in the 3D, but it technically all comes from within your own control, your own mind, which means you can change it. You can harness that power and put the effort in and consciously change all of it. So you can command your SP to do something, you can command the relationship to be a certain way, and yeah, you can get the outcome you want. It is within your control, and the 3D reality is literally reflecting what we ourselves believe. So the 3D reality, it can seem like physically, what goes on in our lives and out in the world in our realities is not in our control, but it is, because even if it's just once or twice, you're going to see all your beliefs and assumptions reflected back to you in one way or another. And it's important to remember that the 3D reality is an illusion. Like I said, it literally just reflects your beliefs. It's like a mirror. It's like a movie playing from a projector, right? It's an illusion. It's just being played out. And there's something at the root of it that's causing this movie to play out. And in this case, it's your mind. So it's just an illusion. It can be turned off, switched off, changed, rewinded. Everything can be changed. So the fact that it's not an objective reality makes it an illusion. So you want to remember that what you're seeing, it's not permanent, it's not factual. If you change your beliefs and you change your mind and you start commanding what you want, it all has to change. So it's pretty much all temporary. But as long as you stay positive in your thoughts, all the experiences that reflect back to you will stay positive. So don't freak out thinking, okay, so does that mean if I stop thinking about being married to SP, they'll break up with me, they'll divorce me? It doesn't work that way, but as long as you think and believe in positive things about your SP, it's going to continue to play out in your favor. So remind yourself that you are in full control and that any element of your relationship with SP, you can change. There's nothing that is permanent forever that you can't change, that you have to accept. If you don't like it, you don't have to accept it, and you can put in the work to affirm, do a mental diet, think from that new version, basically. In terms of the principles of law of assumption as well, it's actually very, very easy to command your SP, to command an action or circumstance to occur in your reality. It's basically the same as creating an affirmation. I mean, it is you stating an affirmation. So in the terms of principles of what you think is what you experience, your beliefs are reflected back to you, your dominant thoughts manifest, all those principles about law of assumption and manifestation. It's very, very simple and easy, right? So if you just decide that something so in terms of SP, if something within your relationship with them is a certain way and you decide, nope, they text me every day, I don't know what no contact is, and they are texting me right this second, and they do it every day consistently. And you just decide and you command it, and you say it from a state of knowing you're the creator, you're in full control, that your SP, you know, has to conform and has to do what you say because that's the way the law works. Then it's actually very, very easy and simple to do. I do also have, I tried to find a relevant quote from one of the teachers and show you guys something a little more with depth rather than just me stating my opinion, which is still really useful, but I wanted to add a little bit more depth. So the only thing I can find is something relevant from Florence Scovel Shinn, who I don't talk about much, but I think I do actually really appreciate her work. So I'm going to read it to you and then maybe elaborate a little bit. She said, "Man must prepare for the thing he has asked for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight." So basically, you have to prepare and assume you're receiving it, it's yours, it's happening, even when there's no evidence, when there's nothing to support your manifestation, nothing to say, hey, it's coming, hey, SP is texting you, hey, SP loves you, it's working, look at how he or she is acting right now. Even when there's no evidence, you have to prepare to receive it, because it's what you focused on, it's what you've asked for, it's what you've commanded to happen. So again, coming from that state of power, literally from knowing how the law works. It's not, oh, you know, just decide to take on this new state just for the sake of it. No, this is literally the law. You are the creator. So think from that perspective and give a command from that state of power, which brings me on to my next point. This could best be done when you're doing a verbal rampage, when you're in that confident, boss, sassy, aggressive type of state of mind, where you're commanding things, you're not taking BS from anyone, you are just deciding this is my reality and I decide this is what's happening. This is how SP is with me right now, period. No alternatives. So when you're doing your rampage, and you know, whether it's you can set a 5 or 10 minute timer on your phone, you can count it, or you can just go and be like, do you know what, as much time this morning or this evening as I want, I'm just going to go on this rampage and say whatever comes to mind. We'll see how it flows. And you do all your SP affirmations and you start saying, let's say for example you want to command your SP to ask you on a date right now, and let's say you just choose it's through a text message, just because you're getting very specific. You don't have to be specific, but let's say you are. So they're going to text you and ask you on a date, and you're in the middle of a rampage. You can say, you know, SP, you are texting me right now. SP, and then use their name. SP is texting me right this second, asking me on a date. You are literally stopping whatever you're doing right now and picking up your phone and sending me that text message. I've said it, it is done, period. You don't have free will. You are texting me right now. And you can do it in the middle of a rampage verbally, or you can do it in a more of a meditative state where you're coming from a calmer mindset, but you're still commanding them from a state of power, because you know that by visualizing it and seeing it in your mind, that you are creating it in your reality, because you mentally experienced it. So now you tell yourself, that means I have to physically experience it. You just go with that assumption. Basically, close your mind and, close your mind, no, don't do that, open your mind. Close your eyes and in your mind visualize seeing them standing in front of you, or yeah, seeing them standing in front of you and basically saying to them, you know, SP, John, Emily, whoever, SP, you are texting me right now and you're going to ask me out on a date, and maybe see them nodding or say okay, or see them start doing the action, see them pick up their phone and start texting you. You can do it in that form, but either way you just command them. You think as if they're doing it right now, and you think as if almost like you're the parent and you're saying, you know, telling your child, you know, oh, pick up that paper you just dropped, or, you know, put your plate back in the kitchen, or whatever it is. It's like from that state where you're literally telling someone what to do, and you know that by saying that they're going to do it. That's the kind of mindset it's coming from. Basically, you simply create it as a affirmation statement, an affirmative statement, telling them what they're going to do, what's going to happen, how they're feeling, you know, they're in love with you, whatever the case may be, and you command it to happen. Okay, so as the creator, coming from that creator, powerful, confident state, you're deciding what they're going to do, and you have to be in a point where you're not going to waver. So if you're in the middle of spiraling, that's not good. You need to get yourself back into a confident, balanced mindset to do this properly. And try and, whether you need to do rampage, self-concept work, whatever it is, try and push yourself into that mindset so you're feeling balanced and positive and really trusting in yourself and in the power of manifestation in that moment, and then set your command. So you don't have to repeat it a lot. You can say it just a couple times or just once and decide, now it is done, it's going to happen. So that's why it's important to be in that confident mindset so you don't immediately start wavering and doubting. So I do have other videos actually that talk about how to not waver and doubt and how to feel confident again in your manifestation. So take a look on my channel if you feel you need that support from those videos as well. But I do hope this was useful, gave you some good advice and structure on how to set your commands, how to get your SP to act on your commands, I guess. And if you enjoyed, please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.